Okay, so today is episode 4 of my little Smite Permadeath God Gauntlet, and of course, this series interestingly coincided with the fact that there's probably a lot of hype and people waiting for Smite 2 to come out, so it's almost something I would do in that context, like, oh, I better play it for, one thorough time, because this is effectively a first playthrough too, because I played it very, very little in the past, so for all intents and purposes, I'm doing that in 2 for 1, like, the Permadeath Gauntlet, which I like to do with multiplayer games anyway, but also a first playthrough, kind of like how I did with Paladins. That was my first time playing that too, where I go through all the heroes, and if I lose, I move on to the next one, and then when they're all done, it's over, whether it's because I can't afford them with my in-game currency that I've earned in the course of the run, or whether it's because, whatever, I'm just abusing the free-to-play rotation, but whether I play through all of them and then lose and then it's done, or whether I can't get to all of them because I do all the ones that are free or that I can get, through naturally playing. But this one looks quite silly. But no, it wasn't because Smite 2 is coming out. I didn't even know it was coming out, but I just heard about it when I started playing this, or I saw like the little notification for it. So I wasn't even aware of that, but that is cool, kind of. And then what else? So the first 2 episodes I played as Arachne, and then the second episode I lost at the end with Arachne, surprisingly, even though I'm speculating that most of the games we're playing it are just against bots, or maybe there's a few players mixed in there, but it's generally pretty hard to tell. And it's not like I'm trying to play bots on purpose, it's just kind of happening. I'm just doing the matchmaking to whatever extent I can, so I'm a little bit confused by that, but it's still been fun. I just wish it was maybe a little more clear, or I just wish we weren't playing against bots, even if that means I'd be getting destroyed and farmed a lot more. And of course, what we got to show off then with losing there is that not only am I changing the god every time, and I can't go back and play that one at any point then, but it means that I also changed the game mode. So we saw our first look at the 3v3 format. Well, the first 2 game modes have been very... This reminds me of Demise from Skyward Sword a little bit, this guy. But no, it's like... I get to not only change the god, but then I rotate the game mode too. So I played the open arena mode with Arachne, right? This one, 5v5. So the first 2 have been very simplistic. Like there's just one lane here. I guess there's 0 lanes here, but it's just an open-ended thing. So only this one really feels like the whole League of Legends, 5v5 thing with jungling and this and that. And I'm not even saying I dislike that, but that might be a little bit too much, right? For when you're playing the game just for the first time and people are going to be try-harding and stuff. But that would be the next one if I lose as this hero, who I forgot even what it is. It's another melee class, which I normally wouldn't even like, but I was kind of glad to see it. Cliodhna or whatever. Cliodhna. Basically, because I was kind of getting into her a little bit, and I kind of liked Arachne, so I was like, oh man, I'm not going to get another character like that for a while. But she does kind of have some similarities, but she's almost more like a stealth character where... She has all these weird things that you're phasing through the wall and stuff, which of course I didn't use much of that. So one problem with this is if I go on a really good streak with one of these, and because I only play once a week, I don't know how long this rotation lasts for. It's been a super long time because it's like a month ago that I started and Arachne was free. So it kind of worries me a bit that on one hand, I have to go on a good streak because it's not like I'm getting a fresh supply of good rotation ones every week the way that some games do, or even every other week. Like it seems like once a month they might change it, or even longer than that, right? So you have to really make these last because I'm trying to abuse the free rotation as much as possible, because you only have so many that you start with, and I'm not going to be able to afford too many unless I go on some really good streaks anyway. And then the other side of it is the fact that if they go off the rotation when I'm already on a streak with them, I guess I just have to hold that off unless I want to spend the resources to get it. Like, I could unlock her, but there's no reason to do that until I absolutely have to, right? So you're absolutely allowed to game the system there. What the fuck is this? Nickelodeon chess. Danny Phantom. Is he a god in the game? What is this? And is it sad that I even know that? What does that have to do with anything? Who would this be for if it's a skin? This is like one of those random crossovers you see in like Magic the Gathering with like Post Malone or Transformers. Like, what does it have to do with anything? But I should almost get a custom cursor for this too, because that's what I did for Paladin and stuff. There must be one. I don't know exactly what it would be, like maybe a lightning bolt like that or something. So what else? Just, yeah, we were playing as the Cliodhna chick, so I won like maybe only 2 games last time. These episodes have been pretty short, so that's fine. But the main thing I'd like to see is that we're actually playing against players, and it's actually consequential, but I don't know for sure. And of course, I can't even play ranked, so we got a long way to go with that. So I don't even mind not playing ranked, you see, but I just you should still be playing players in unranked, even if it's like, you know, even if it's just low rated clowns like me who don't know what they're doing or whatever. So we're also auto purchasing and everything. But yeah, we are playing the different game mode, and of course those will rotate back. So if I lose this one as this god, I'll play the 5v5. Then if I lose that, I'll play the arena thing again. And so we'll keep doing that in addition to and if we unlock more, we can add that to it. So that's in addition to variety of just the gods themselves, of course, if I lose. And yeah, there's supposedly some cross-gen thing, but I don't even understand entirely what that is. And as far as roles and stuff, it doesn't even really matter. See, that seems like a bot name. ASDFG123KWERT, but you would think they wouldn't make it that obvious. This seems like it could be actually just a real person. Shamanist, but you can't go just by the name. But I hate that I'm left to wonder that. But always the enemies that we're fighting play in like a very robotic way around the towers. Like they'll run right up towards them and then start to backpedal right when they're outside of, right when they're about to walk into the range. So that feels like no player would behave exactly like that. Or why did you just suddenly change like that from Zeus? Yeah, that's one thing I find kind of weird about this game, even. Like, I'm not saying, oh, every one of these gods is copyrighted, but they just use the actual god's name rather than, it's like how Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight doesn't just have its own, own killers and stuff, although some of them are specific to it. They just steal them or borrow them, whatever. They have the rights, I'm sure, to Michael Myers and all these other ones, Hellraiser, Pinhead, and stuff like this. So the point is that it's the same thing here. You're just using existing IP, if you will, ideas like Zeus. You didn't come up with Zeus. Like, your interpretation might be different, but so that means I could make my own game that uses Zeus and Cliodhna and whoever these people are who are real gods. Well, real, quote unquote. But you know what I mean. These are just general things that everybody knows, like Aphrodite and Athena. You're not coming up with anything there, so I find that weird. I thought they would like have different names for them somehow. And of course, I don't remember that. Like, I remember playing as Anubis a little bit, but I guess it actually was called Anubis, not the Inspire. You know how games do that. Like, they'll just come up with their own name for something, even though you know exactly what it is or what it's for Freya's sake. But no, we are still auto-purchasing. So I forget exactly what the abilities even do, too. But I like the way, yeah, she says all these kind of scary things and stuff, too. I like the personality that some of these characters have. He'll start screaming and yelling. Like, this is literally Sylvanas roleplay here. But no, I don't know whether these are players or not. So this is like a little cone move. This is like a little dash move you got to get at the end of it. Or no, that's the one you got to get at the end of it. So what's the one where you go through walls? I forget. Or you can just like walk through walls. It's not even like a real thing that you have to activate. Wait, so what does 2 even do? Distorting bolt of energy explodes on contact with living soul. And we got hit by this, lose ability to perceive. Okay, I mean, she's a very complicated character. Like, why are we not even doing anything? Game starts in 1. All these other objectives and stuff around, I could give less of a shit about, honestly, but, to some extent, you should maybe do them or whatever. We got Arachne on the other side, so melee versus melee over here. Now look how robotically they're going to move. Yeah, look how slow the movement actually can be at times. It's interesting to think about. Yeah, you shouldn't do that when it's like a 3v1. I don't know why that makes me feel like I'm going faster there too. I'm playing like I'm the fucking tank too. Somehow I got out of that, but I don't know if it was really worth it. You are wounded and in grave danger. Yeah, she just likes that kind of thing. But okay, we got a first blood. Pawning Unit 22. That also sounds like a bot name. For Freya's sake, I do like his name there. Or I was using this just to kind of get around as like a mobility ability. So we killed 2 of them, I guess. So where'd the third one even go? You did that without me even there, but clearly it was my sacrifice that allowed this. Now you shouldn't push the tower too hard. And the reason why is because let's see if we can get out of there. I forget what the G even does. Maybe it makes you go a little faster. that also seems like a bot ideation type of thing. Like, why wouldn't they just finish me off there? They could easily have done it. So they just chose not to, and they sort of tunnel vision on the minions or something. Clearly, it's because I'm not manually purchasing the most optimal stuff that I... Whatever, we're still doing fine, but I have very little to do with it. I'm kind of struggling to even figure out what I'm trying to do because... Like, just kill the fucking clown. Kill the fucking clown spider, dude. You could, like, finish somebody off with that potentially, but... I gotta just fucking live in the base. I don't know how to heal beyond doing all this. You do have a certain built-in lifesteal capability, but... I'm literally in the fountain more than I'm out in the fucking field. But it's so close that it's not a big deal. And you can use this to get around. But no, the point is you gotta hit them with the edge of this. Like the very end for it to do the most. Or even you can hit them from the wall. But see, I'm too lazy to try to learn a mechanic like that. And I don't feel like I need to really do it. Oh, you're fucking dead, dude. Melee versus melee action here. But I keep fucking up that 3. No, the base combat in this game is actually a lot more fun than a lot of these MOBAs, just because it feels a little more hands-on. Even if it's just like, oh, auto-attacking, whatever. There's like a lot more CC going on in this game than what I expect. Come on, you should be able to kill him there, because I even hit with the run of that. Oh, come on. Fuck. And I had the 4 up too, and I maybe didn't notice it. I'm one of the only 2 deaths here. My stat line probably isn't very good. 2, 1, and 1, or I always overcommit like this, but you didn't have to die there either. I die and our whole team fucking dies. How about that? But no, I'm playing a very face roll, not like, you know, very smart or what you should almost try to be doing with the... Alright, now that's an easy kill there. Like, why wouldn't you just... Even that, I didn't get like the full damage value out of it, but now it's just a 1v whatever the fuck, so it doesn't even matter. Right, like why wouldn't you push this guy super hard? And the 4, I forget even entirely what it does, but we're in sort of spam face roll type of mode. Now, why shouldn't we easily be able to kill this guy? Like, it's a level 5, bro. It's a level 5. What do you mean? Like, why is... I guess she's just not a very good 1v1 character? Like, why was that even a question? Or I guess because some of the creeps are hitting me, but that seems weird. Like, in a 1v1 face roll context like that, you're not meant to really just do it that way. Because that seemed way too lopsided. I'm, like, way stronger, higher level. Maybe not better items, wink wink, because we're obviously auto-purchasing like a clown, but... You know, why did that one, like, stop short, for example? Yeah, so you just need a little support like there, or I kind of backed off in a way that I didn't need to. Okay, now we gotta actually push the tower, let's say. Back off, everything's good. I think maybe we all died once. This dude's got a fucking burp noise that he makes every time he does something. Fuck. Like, how do you not finish him off? And that's kind of my fault. I'm a melee character, by the way. So the 4, I genuinely kind of forget what it even does. Or you can kind of do all these cheese things around the tower. The one thing I haven't done on either of these characters is tried to bust the turrets. Like, I don't really understand entirely how it even works with that. Get out of there, fine. Like, you're a melee character, so I don't want to go in there if I... Okay, it's 12 to 4. Like, we're still doing fine. Whether, again, we're playing with against bots, my judgment on that has been really difficult to tell. But again, I don't really care. I'm not choosing to do it, so I'm just playing the game. I don't know for how long you'd really have to do that. This feels a little more organic, but I can't tell, so... This fucking burp sound, dude. But yeah, I like how simplistic these game modes have been so far with respect to every time I die, the team falls apart. But then again, I keep... Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that robotic backpedal that they do. And how they just kind of zerg this way so much. Not saying players couldn't do that or whatever. Or that's the one mistake I kept making. Like, I keep spam attacking, so of course my speed is going to be a little bit slower to I just like the whole auto attack thing. Like, it's pretty satisfying to just do this. It seems pretty basic, but something about it I do like. So now we got to Zerg down the tower, but the creeps are going to take a fucking hour to get here. Or at some point you have to have the confidence just to do it. Chat replay. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second. So the one mechanic that I'm not using at all is the wall, which is probably very advanced, and like I get it, but I don't think I really need to do it. And I don't have the confidence to necessarily go for the kill, but these people aren't face rolling in a way that's even a little bit surprising. Like, why would you even come back there? You just farm these clowns all day long. Let's see. I see myself continuing my career and playing in tournaments whether I like it or not, or when I eventually... What the fuck? Oh shit. What the fuck happened? I was distracted by the message, but that's actually impressive. Now he's gonna destroy us. In tournaments, when eventually I'll be as good as them all, whether I'm famous for it or not, I'll be a cold-blooded killer. That's the goal. Hoodie on, not to be fucked with on the board. I don't feel like that's too over the top. He's just getting into the whole immersion of being good at chess. Not like your buddy from before, Ace, who was like talking about, I don't know if you remember him. He was like way more arrogant about it. Where he's like a 2400 rated player, but he's like, I don't know, he's a little bit full of himself with it, but it's, you know, it's a good motivating factor. Look how they just open themselves up to this shit, though. So fucking annoying how you can't chase people down and finish them off, but I guess the reason why you can't do that is because of the simple fact that I'm a melee class as well. So it's 18 to 8, so we're in a perfectly fine position. Why is it so hard to do the towers in this game? Or again, it's just because my first two characters I played are, I've been a total pussy with it. Like, I don't even want to go in there or try to do it. Like, try to do it now, dude. I don't know to what extent abilities work or don't work on these things either. Okay, back off, back off. You don't want the fight to happen here necessarily, but I guess I'll just do it anyway. Fuck it, I'll just take my chances. Fuck. I'm kind of throwing a little bit. 9, 3, 7. I guess not really, but yeah, but he did talk like a 10. Well, 10-year-olds can be really good at chess, but I kind of doubt he would be smoking, like how he's talking about. I need a smoke break. It wouldn't be chess if people didn't have a big ego, which I can respect it, but I also, you would think the number of draws you get would hurt your ego a little bit. Like, oh, you got to break their ego by beating them. Oh, by, I mean, drawing them the majority of the time because you're too egotistical to lose, too. It just takes the whole fun out of it. Like, oh, chess players are so competitive. Also, chess players, they, you know, they're okay with not winning the majority of the games they play. Don't consider a draw a loss. I consider it annoying. It's not a loss, but it's just irritating to have to do that shit. Come on, bro. Look how squishy I am. Like, what's going on? Like, we're winning, but I'm actually playing pretty badly and developing bad habits already. I like this guy's animation. I guess these must be players. There's no way bots would be this efficient at just one-shotting you like that. They're like multi-ulting me or something. I can't even tell exactly what's going on. You were squishy on the game. Yeah, like, look how quickly I died there, dude. And we're winning the game, too, and we're higher level than them and everything. Squishy like a spider, but I guess you know, we already played as that chick. But no, I liked her a lot, actually. I don't like this chick because she's too... whatever, with the wall and stuff. I'm not gonna fuck around with the wall, dude. What is this, Valorant, where I'm trying to wall hack everything? Like, I can try to learn that later. Like, oh, you gotta wait in the wall here, and then you gotta... Or we're kind of splitting damage in a bit of a clown way, but... look how much we do, and then... I don't know, I'm just surprised by how tanky people are sometimes. Deicide. I misread that as like decide at the first time. We destroyed the first thing here, so whenever they're all dead, you can try to, you know, do the next thing, but you're not going to be able to do it in time or something. Like, how long would it take them to actually get back? And the answer is probably forever. Or this thing actually hits pretty hard. I tried to kill that last time, but this is where you got to make your push, but then we're not going to actually be able to. Or the one thing I never get is like a potion. You should still go for it though. What the fuck? You're able to upgrade a new relic. I sometimes do that where I just dive in. What language is easier, Spanish or English? Honestly, it's hard to say. I mean, you know, I know English, so I guess I could say that, but there are a lot of nuances to English that are kind of irritating and stupid. So it might actually be Spanish. It's very hard to judge that. Like, you'd have to... I don't know, you'd have to know both and genuinely have learned them to compare it. But of course, I've only learned one, so that's something that's really worth flexing about. Is if you... Wait, are we really getting pushed back this hard? It wouldn't take that much for them to kill us, actually. Zeus is actually doing well. Because now at this stage in the game, it becomes very easy to, you know, they'll kill us all, they'll team kill us, even though they're down 10 on the score, and they'll just win the game in that much time, right? Maybe I'm underestimating how much these things actually do. And I have a certain amount of life steal that always bodes well for me. I don't know what happens with that. Like, do I interrupt it by spam clicking, or what exactly? I don't know why it's so hard for us to try to make a push, though. Like, this is taking way too long. Or that's at least a good in-universe explanation for, oh, well, how do you just respawn so much like in every other game? Oh, because you're able to, because you're actually a god. So it doesn't mean you're immortal. It just means you're... I don't know what this is, dude. We're winning, and we should win, but I don't know why it's this difficult. I guess I am treating them like they are bots, and that one guy got like a triple kill and all this kind of shit, where, you know... I guess I'm expecting that 3 to hit more, because I'm clearly perfectly landing it every time. Okay, dude, okay. They might just fucking wreck us here. They're gonna do the Phoenix. Why is this happening, man? I'm just underestimating them or overestimating my character. Oh shit, we might actually just lose. In fact, in a normal game, you would lose because, you know, they could easily have killed this stupid ass Titan. The Titan's actually pretty squishy himself. What we saw like last time, or I guess you just become so strong. We have a level 12 holding us back. And they have a level 13, the Arachne chick. There's clearly the Arachne assassin diff over here. That's the difference in the game. But no, this dude's level 19. Why did I think level 18 was actually the max even? And I don't know how to upgrade the relic, actually, genuinely.
A swifter death returns me to my thoughts.
Yeah, give us more of those cool voice lines too. We just have to make sure we don't die, but that just keeps happening, so... I keep using the 3 sort of frivolously a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. This guy's a god. I mean, in a literal sense, too. I haven't played Minecraft. I played it a very little amount. And you can't die at this stage in the game either because... Okay. Who is this guy? What is this god's name? Agni? Okay, he's just wrecking us the whole time. That's why I feel like I'm getting one shot or something. It's very important not to die at this stage in the game because the respawn timer is way too long. Right? They could easily have won the game in this much time of the in this much time of us being killed. This is how you sometimes do it. You can come back if you just team kill, which they're team killing us consistently. So Agni is like Rise or some shit, like in League of Legends, where it's just a fucking pain in the ass. Arachne is the weak link, the squishy little spider. But she's just doing that to try to bait me in, I guess, or something. But you don't always have to go for the kill just like that. You know what I mean? You can just kind of back off a little bit. Back off, back off. You can play defensively for a bit. We were winning for a while there, but you just gotta play it safe because, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This dude is just fucking feeding. Or wait, that was the level 19 though that died. How is that even possible? Their damage is off the fucking chain, dude. Where'd the other guy go even? All this fucking screeching, dude. Or he just fucking dives to get killed by the stupid ass thing there. It's a very strange stage in the game, but okay. So we'll let this guy respawn and we'll go together. And that would allow me to... Okay, we're making this way more difficult than it has to be. Like, this is fucking stupid, dude. And I'm not one to talk. Like, I'm not doing anything special either, but... This Agni guy is literally one-shotting our whole team. Just stand there and fucking face roll, which you should be able to do against the level 14 clown shit that we are. Okay, good. I still get the kill because of somehow the stupid ass thing. I don't know what it could be, like Alt G, Control G. I just don't know. I feel like it was an F key almost. Is this League of Legends third person view? Yeah, you've never played this game? Yeah, it's kind of just a better perspective. Yeah, fuck that guy, Agni Clown. I won't see you again for another minute. How about that? Although this stupid burping guy is pretty annoying too. I seem to have a really hard time 1v1ing him. Okay, dude. I'm actually kind of scared of him. I don't know what to do with him. F is like the little warp. Why are we... Look how they backpedal away like a clown. Lost to a burp, dude. If I wanted to do that, I would just eat some more fucking fast food. Or the two I'm not using probably correctly at all because, oh, you're supposed to lose the ability to perceive them. Right, but I don't lose the ability to perceive them. I just kind of... This is actually what you learn from playing League. Like, you keep needling them, but you never go for the kill because it's never going to be just that easy to do. But now you got to fucking finish up. Okay, good. Oh, fuck. Yeah, at least from the perspective aspect of it, I do like it more than League. Or this is going to take the whole fucking episode then. Fuck it, one game per episode. It's only been 20 minutes, but it just feels like it should have been over a while ago. But this one dude is going to farm us and actually just solo our thing. And if they were players, they would, you know. But then I guess it goes both ways where, look at him sneaking up from behind. If they were players, they would probably just zerg down the bird much easier, but I don't know why it's so hard for them to do that. It didn't seem that hard to win that way last time, like how we took down the Titan and it was a joke. I think I was even dead maybe while it happened, and I was just watching it. I'm like, wow, it's over already. Or did I maybe lose one and I couldn't have. I only played like 2 games. I just remember watching the Titan die and not even doing anything. So I must have just been dead. Okay, we're still good in terms of the overall score. And we're also level 20, so it's fine, but... Or I thought I had died and then... We at least killed the Agni dude. But this is kind of stupid how long we have to keep waiting here. And now is Bacchus and them gonna try to... What are you gonna AFK out? We're winning the game. Like, this guy's a clown. His bot battery ran out. Do something, dude. At least try to defend the fucking thing. I can't even see it now. Like, cooldown of my little dagger is still going, even though I'm dead. I mean, we're gonna somehow lose because this guy's gonna AFK, and then I'm also feeding, and this dude's also... Dewis is doing his best, right? His stat line's a little better than mine. This really makes no goddamn sense what's happening, though. We just have to go in and not die every time. Like, we're in full face roll mode. This is how everybody's playing. Again, whether they're bots or not. Okay, okay. But the bird is still going strong. Phoenix is under attack. I'm surprised I didn't just get one shot there like every other fucking time I do anything. Yeah, we better run Arachne. That Agni is just a menace, dude. Literal esports smurf bot or something. I'm just scared of him. I can't do anything. Oh my god. I can't do anything. He's way too strong. Gold and items, neither of which are mechanics I have to really worry about. I wouldn't dare try to 1v1 this guy. Like, he'll kill me. He'll kill me before I can even do anything. Like, fuck it, dude. Holy shit. That was actually kind of satisfying, but I don't know exactly how I did that much damage that easily. Fuck, I knew that was going to happen, but... So we're actually going to lose. I don't understand how, but yeah, this guy's just AFK'd out when he was the worst player too the whole time. Makes no fucking sense. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, doesn't that prove it's a bot though? Like, we're actually losing to bots? Like, how? Regardless, the Agni bot is pretty good because I guess I'm just... We're doing a more face roll than you would even normally do because you're just taking it for granted. This is gonna make you really have a rude awakening, but like that guy is really hard to do anything with, right? I mean, you're not supposed to just go in and face roll like I'm playing as if I'm a tank or something. Or that's part of the reason why I like tanks in Overwatch, because you would just yeah, you know, give us, or oh, maybe it does that on purpose, like because Agni disconnected at the same time, enough all the people to cherry pick out. But how does it just do that? Like, that means that he must have been a bot, but then why would the other bot go away that way too? Okay, can we just end this shit because I don't know what's even going on, but the only person up is that Arachne chick clown, which we can solo with ease. So just get this shit over with, dude. Although actually probably at this stage we can't. Oh my god. I should be able to, but I'm not going to somehow. Why not, dude? Now we put Zeus in kind of a tough spot. Right. How? No. You wouldn't surrender because you would, you're up in the thing. The Agni disconnected. Like, what's the problem, man? Okay, I better not just go in and feed. It really is the ultimate bottom feeder psychological thing, though. You're getting such a... It's so easy sometimes that you fucking are taking it like it's a total joke. Obviously, you don't normally play like this. You just sort of needle them. You're going in like it's a fighting game mentality, like just... Everything you try to do is just an ultimate kill. Like where you, Okay, I better just go and heal even. But I mean, that was with the help of the Titan and stuff. So something's happening maybe with the items and the build element over time. Or the Phoenix was already there, but... The Phoenix what like came back. Obviously, I guess that's what the whole point of a Phoenix is, that it never dies, rises from the ashes. The best Phoenix strike case in franchise history, by the way. Like, we're still good on the score, but it wouldn't take much. Like, if we die, so it somehow disconnected somebody else on the other team, which is kind of unfair if it wasn't a bot, because like we're having trouble actually doing anything. I don't know why we can't go in and do anything, like actually try to bust their Phoenix or something. But at least I like the fact that the Phoenix comes back, but this could just basically go on pretty much forever, which we're kind of trying to test here. Like, should we try to do anything? Should we try to push? Bacchus was dead the whole time. And why would Zeus try to do a surrender vote if... Or we should wait till the Phoenix comes back, I guess is the point. Like, the guy was dead, so there was nothing to hold back for. I guess I was underestimating the chick. The Arachne chick the whole time that I was making fun of. Or this dude's jungling a little bit too. Like, you would think my build should be decked out, but this is my first mistake, that you're not... Alright, good. We kind of ganked the clown chick there, assisted. But don't get too overconfident, because sometimes these people absolutely wreck you still. Or he's a little bit low too. I mean, you should be able to go for this one easily. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I mean, you get him so fucking low. Like, nobody's even alive, and you have 30 seconds. So why shouldn't we be able to go, take the Phoenix out, do everything? But these people are too brain dead, by which I mean these bots are too brain dead. We won't even be able to push the thing properly. I mean, it's a two-way street, right? You might say, oh, you're losing to bots, but you're also playing with bots, so maybe that hurts a little bit, but not Valorant, because Valorant seems like a game every popular kid would play. I mean, I've played it a little bit, but I have only played popular games like COD, Minecraft, and Fortnite. I mean, that doesn't even mean they're bad. I just, you know. Oh, God. How long does this have to go on for, bro? And every time I underestimate somebody like this, I just get fucked too. Could be some sort of damage over time shit you can do with that, or what? You gotta save the 3 to be able to escape. We didn't do hardly any fucking damage to the Phoenix. The 2 kind of does like a long range attack that allows you to, look at me, backpedal away too, but we're not gonna win this kind of fight. Right, so we better just get out of there. Yeah, using this as mobility is kind of a good thing. Or those people are going to come back by the time we do this. Yeah, you got to just get them clowning around the Phoenix where... I don't know. Or you should use this maybe sometimes as the... whatever, gap closer sort of ability. What happened? They were sort of coming around and then they just vanished. What's happening? Oh shit. They're not really doing anything, but very strategic way to try to hit the Phoenix. Maybe I underestimate how much that actually does. The 4 you can kind of do back to back to back at times too. Or this is like some kind of weird portal thing that you're almost meant to go through, which I don't fully understand exactly how it works, but I'm kind of scared to even try to engage them too much, but at some point we just have to do it. Oh my god. How do you not finish that fucking Arachne chick off? Clown, dude. I'm obviously just gonna die even here too. What is happening with this game, dude? no normal experience would be like this, because you would either lose before or whatever. It would never go on for this fucking long. I was even saying, oh, these maps are nice because they're so simple and straightforward and to the point. They couldn't possibly go on for this long. Wink, wink. The 2v1, like, I don't know what's happening, dude. That's the one thing that triggers me actually the most in these games, is like where you... Oh, whoops, I shouldn't have done that there. Okay, it's just that easy. I keep using the 3 kind of too aggressively that way, but like where you almost kill somebody and then like your whole team is just looking at them and somehow they don't die. Like I could single-handedly get somebody to 1 HP sometimes, like in Paladins or whatever, and then they would still somehow get away. It's like, couldn't you just do 1 hit there at the end? Maybe that's like you sort of taking credit for damage that other people were doing to get them that low, but sometimes it wouldn't be. Like, you would know that you single-handedly got them from like 100 to 1, and then they just somehow escape.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy field.
Oh, look at him just doing the Phoenix by himself, and now that Bacchus is going to come in like a clown. Or he's... Oh, you can just see their health bars this far, maybe. So the Titan kind of healed back up, which is kind of weird, because this had taken at least a little bit of damage. Arachne tried to like solo it, but no, these respawn timers become very punishing later in the game, which is true obviously of the other games as well. Like I haven't used the F much. Like, I'm not saying I'm even playing particularly well, that I'm getting annoyed by this game, but okay, he just soloed it. Like, how? That's one thing it doesn't feel like my character's very good at doing. I wouldn't be able to solo shit. I can barely do it in like a 2v1 context. Okay, can we just finish this shit off, dude? They're both dead. You have like a minute to do it. The game should be over. I'll kill Agni just for fucking good measure. Fuck. Okay, we somehow win that in a very awkward way, but I'm very confused actually. So it disconnected Agni, the best player on their team, just because one of our clowns disconnected. So it ended up being a blessing in disguise, but that would imply that they were both bots, that they would be able to do that, or how could they just commendation? I mean, he's the one who wanted to fucking quit out, dude. Continue, fine. I don't know why we keep seeing this Danny Phantom. It also doesn't show our record particularly well either. I'm not too happy with the way that one went, just from the perspective that it just fucking took forever. Like, what the hell is that? So the one lesson you got to learn, which is pretty obvious in these games, but I guess I'm not used to playing them, don't always go in as if for a kill. You go in just to kind of needle them a bit, or what is there's a term for it, I forget. You sort of just push them and you bother them, but you don't really commit to killing them. So you see that all the time. In League, you'll take like 5 steps out of your turret, right? And then Lux will hit you for like half your health, or Rise or somebody. Then you got to go back, and then you got to go back to base. So it's like they're just sort of pressuring you, but they're not really trying to kill you and overcommit. But of course, I was the Kale master before they ruined Kale, like way back in the day. And I would get a lot of those early game kills. Renting Gods. I don't know what it said there. I couldn't, it just went away before I could see it. Some of these skins are pretty cool, although some of them you wouldn't even associate with being them. That's one of the trickiest things as a new player in a game too. You will barely know who the characters are, the heroes, the champions, the gods, whatever you want to call them, let alone knowing them with all their skins. So it's like, you'll think you know what they look like by appearance, but now you won't even know because they'll look completely different. So like, it's fine, but it can sometimes be very confusing. Hercules with that big ass fucking hammer. Janus. Some of these I don't even know what they actually are off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm treating it like I'm too much of a tanky character, which of course is not what you're meant to be. It felt like Arachne was at least a little more tanky, maybe. And of course, I don't think the game really cares about forcing you to do team comps at this point, because of the simple fact that obviously, yeah, so I'm Sylvanas. I'm like the real Sylvanas over here, though, because like it's not going to force you to have one of each role or anything, right? It'll just let you do whatever you want, which I kind of like that in Paladins too. It would say like no tank or something, but it would let you play that way if you really wanted to. Right, so you didn't need a tank, you didn't need a healer. Some games, or maybe just different modes, will force you to do that, like a role queue, like in Overwatch is sometimes pretty strict about that. You have to have at least one character of each role, and it rewards you like for queuing up as a tank or a healer because nobody likes to play them. Except I love playing either one, actually. I like the roles more than the just DPS. Feels maybe too generic. So let's try to start off a little bit better here where we don't die at all at the beginning.
You should know, so leave her alone!
So let me figure out something with the wall stuff. Although you do take damage while on the wall, so I have to question that too. Wails at enemies before causing damage 3 times, with the third hit being the strongest. Final hit will also cause enemies to be silenced. While channeling the scream, you're immune to knockups. While inside a wall, will cause spectral face to appear and wail in her stead. Damages enemies in a wider cone. While inside the wall, man, distorting bolt of energy hits on contact. Attacks or hits flickers back vision, so you got to use that one defensively too. Dashes forward, damaging max range or cancels. Tearing the veil, tears the veil. Deals heavy damage. Okay. Let's try to play a little bit. Oh, they're kind of doing jungling type activities, which is fine. I don't really care about that right now. Although this is the kind of character that would be almost a jungler, sort of. Arachne was more explicitly considered that. You got to use the 2 maybe a bit more and assume that that's going to be where a lot of your damage is coming from. So again, let's try not to engage them too much, but they automatically will just do that anyway. Like, don't even worry about it, dude. Just chill out. Just hang back at base. Don't worry about it. Let them get baited like they want to push towards our turret. You gotta let the ebb and the flow of the thing go. Like, you should never really do that going in. Or we could try to do something with the... Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you do it? Just chill out, dude. You don't have to do anything yet. I hit you with that little 2, and I felt like that got you low enough to try to take you out, but... You know, you could do a little cheeky thing in the wall. I should try the wall mechanic. Or this will be like a hard mode Cliodhna playthrough where you're not allowed to use the wall or something. What happened? Oh my god. Okay, I'm just backing off, dude. Or what I should do, as much as I don't use the shop, is I should always bring a potion, because I've been playing these kind of squishy characters. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, at least they're trading kills, but you don't need to be this aggressive early on, dude. What is this? Or it seemed like immune to actually my ability. I might be being a bit of a pussy at times, but you know, it doesn't always have to be like this though, still. Where you have to be so clownishly aggressive at the beginning. Right, so you never want to fight them like on their own terms, like on their own turret. You got to use 2 as kind of the annoying ability to keep needling them. I don't know what it is where he keeps going underground like that. I don't know. I don't like the idea of a team fight here. There's no reason to really do it. Like, why not just wait, dude? Yeah, just wait, chill, play it slow. Alright, now this guy is kind of juicily low, though. I like his health value. Okay, maybe back off to. I wasn't really hard committing to that, right? But your ults come up so quick it barely even matters. You don't have to overcommit to it. We're at least getting them low, but then I don't have the confidence to try to finish them off, really. You got two of them super low, in fact. So maybe this is where the wall thing could come into play. Fucking... I'm being a bit too much of a pussy here, actually. So he got everybody low. So actually a competent Cliodhna would go on the wall and try to kill them, but I just don't know how that mechanic works. I'll be honest. I have no fucking idea how to do that. But this is the best time to practice, I guess. Like, you just go on the wall and then you won't be obviously attacked by the turret or whatever. And then, I don't know, something good could happen with that. You are like a melee character, so there's only so much you can do at times where... Like, why are you even trying to do this right now? You might think I'm being too overly cautious, but I'm kind of squishy to the point where I don't want to fuck around with it, but... You just don't need to be overcommitting the way that these people are. Oh, here we go. Right, when we get a kill like that too, you leave the game. What a clown. But now you got to disconnect somebody on their team like you did the last game. But maybe this means they're not actually bots. So that would be actually pretty unfair. But, you know, the one guy wants to surrender even in the last game, even though we're winning by like 10, whatever. So now, will it allow you to get a new player instead of him, or will it disconnect somebody from their team, or what? Like, something should happen with this. Back off, dude. Why do you got to do this? There's no pressure. Like, just do whatever you want. Especially when it's a 2v1. I could just be talking to a bot though, and I wouldn't know the difference. Like. Fuck. Okay, you can kind of handle them. I'm too low on health, as I am sort of all the time. What? But how? Nobody's ever done that before. We've had 2 games in a row where somebody actually quits out too on us. But at least the other one, it's sort of matched with somebody on the other team, which I don't think we're going to be so lucky here. Let's see how well was Janus doing. He was 1-3 anyway, so it's not like, oh, he's disappointed by whatever, how bad we're doing, but I'm obviously being a bit too passive too. I was trying to be a little more disciplined this time, where I wasn't fucking... Or he keeps getting them super low, so I can't really complain about that too much. Right, like how much more do you expect with that you couldn't just... It's not really like we were even at a disadvantage, but now with the other guy missing, we're definitely going to be. Right, like by the time they do this, I could easily go back and heal and do whatever. So you can kind of sneak in there, which I didn't realize you could even do that so easily without getting hit by the tower or whatever. Right, so he was able to do that pretty easily last time. But again, I'm not using the wall at all, so this would trigger people who are either good at this game in general or good at this character. I just don't... I feel like he's gonna fuck me up somehow because I don't know what I'm doing, so it's got to be just perfect or something. We sort of do that to push them back a little bit, but it doesn't mean you're actually going to get the kill. Or why don't you go back to base too? That's not in your stupid ass bot programming, huh? They've made only a little progress on the tower, but can we kick this guy? And then I don't know how you do all those things. Vote to kick the guy so we get somebody else in here. But even if you did get somebody else, they're going to be super under leveled and shit too. That ult is pretty cool, but it's usually not enough. Or she says that so ecstatically, my time draws near, like she wants to die. For fuck's sake, man. But no, I don't have the assassin's mentality that you need to have. Oh, nice. That like... Yeah, this guy's just gonna solo fucking everybody, too. Fuck. We've been targeted by a tower. Okay, let's not try to overcommit though. We're 5-5, even score. But again, it's a 2v3, so it's going to be very difficult to do this. See, we're both low on health, so we shouldn't even really bother trying to do anything here. But let's just see what we can. Just get out of there. It's all good. This just makes me feel psychologically like I'm going faster, but they are getting through this tower actually, so I can't even deny their success with that. So I don't know to what extent abilities actually damage the towers. I feel like they just don't. But no, that was a good sneak kill by the one guy. Is this even fair? Like, the guy quits out and then he ruins the whole game for us? Like, you could say that could happen in anything, but there should be some sort of compensation, or like in the other one, somebody else quit out then too. You know, we're using the ult sort of just only defensively even. All these kind of ranged little annoying needling tactics you can do there. They can just keep doing that forever. There's no downside to it. That cooled down so quickly. Wait, how? Or you can do it like twice in a row and I just didn't do it or something. How is it really that much under attack? I don't get it. Or they're too much of a pussy to still try to even do that. I mean, I'd stand to believe that this guy isn't a bot because he's actually doing pretty good and getting kills. I'm playing more like a bot myself with how pussy cowardly I am. I was just trying to be a little more disciplined this game, but then I hate the stuff at the beginning where everybody's got to be so annoying. But no, the whole 2v3 thing is not fair at all, dude. Bots or no bots. I'm 0. Wait, I haven't even gotten one kill though. This guy's 5-1-1. When that's literally what you should be doing the most of, but you should at least be getting the killing blows and stuff as a I forget what that timer even is on the thing. Like when it gets to 0 it does more damage or something? I don't even know. You got them pretty fucking low. I keep just doing that just for the sake of it, like not really with the intention to kill somebody. I'm trying to do the G thing. Why can't I do it? I mean, this guy's doing pretty good, but I mean... Why not just, yeah, go back to the fucking Phoenix. And we'll just heal right here. I could use the fact that this guy DC'd as an excuse, but we should still be able to do this somehow. This dude's even level 16, so he's doing perfectly fine. Right, it's not hurting him. Yeah, everything would be more effective too from the wall. I'm just not using the wall at all. I mean, and he still gets the kill, not me. I die to get like an assist. Let me read it again. Like, what happens when you're in the wall? While inside the wall, they'll call a spectral face to appear. And then this one doesn't even mention the wall, I don't think. If she, or refiring the ability, cast this while inside a wall, resulting in the dash traveling farther. Oh shit, already? Now, of course, the Phoenix just keeps coming back, so that's almost like the inhibitor mechanic, sort of. But not exactly. It's more just like a tower, but that you would not have to worry about never coming back. You would want to at least wait till the tower comes back. But no, that's so bullshit how you have to deal with the fact of... Clearly it's because I'm not last hitting stuff well enough. Or I guess naturally you will be higher level just because you... because there's less people, so you'll get a larger share of the experience or something. But no, he's doing generally pretty well, unlike me. 0, 3, 4, 6, 1, and 1. Getting carried by what could potentially be a bot at least. Come on, finish him off. Come on. They're kind of overcommitting to try to kill the Titan, so that should be good a waste. But he's so low. Oh shit, I think we actually lose. Look. Is that really fair? Because this fucking level 7 clown disconnects when it was still not such a one-sided game. It was only 8-8, like... Why? It's not even like it had gone on that long, like, oh, 30 kills to 10 or something crazy like that. Okay, that's fine. So let's see what the next god we could play as is, or I almost want to do it even now, but it's like one god per episode could be fine. Okay, Erlang Shen. Warriors, high single target damage, high attack speed, melee physical. Yeah, let's see. Or, you know, what we should do is we give the eulogy by, like, reading the flavor text of the thing. Lie in wait inside the walls. Yeah, I didn't do that at all. And hunt the strays. Destroying your foe senses before taking their life. I was just being more like a face roll type of clown. God Builder. Don't really care about that. Lore. As the shadow of death spreads across the world, Cliodhna, queen of the Banshees, emerges from her palace deep beneath the earth to haunt the lands of men once more. A daughter of... the Tuatha de Danann. She is beautiful and terrible in equal measure, and her keening signals misfortune to any unlucky enough to hear it, mortal or otherwise. Her magics are potent, and with them she can drive the sea into a frenzy or conjure storms. We didn't see much of... Well, maybe those are aesthetically what her abilities are. Such is her reputation that there are few to dare to face her on the battlefield or off. Though her aspect is sinister, she is known to some mortals as a goddess of love and beauty, as well as a herald of death. It is said that her song can heal the sick or end their suffering. Fittingly, she is known to have a great fondness for mortals, or at least those wise enough to honor her. She is said to sometimes grant boons to those who show her the proper respect, even if she lures others to their doom for her own amusement. Despite this often capricious nature, she is revealed as a patron by those mortals. I should have at least made more of an effort to try the wall shit, but it just feels like not my kind of thing to do. She is revered as a patron by those mortals brave enough to seek her blessings, and is known to watch over entire families. It is whispered that she even once took a mortal man as her betrothed and left the hidden lands of Tuatha De Danann for him for a time at least. Whatever, yeah, and then how did that end? She probably fucking stabbed him in his sleep. Whatever the truth of such tales, Cliodhna is nevertheless also the herald of ruin and death, or you've already also known, you've already mentioned that she is a herald of death. Her spectral form and eerie voice bring despair to those around her, and she is said to haunt those places where much blood has been shed. That she walks the world once more is sure a sign that the long struggle between the pantheons of the world has at last reached its tipping point, but it's anyone's guess whether the Queen of the Banshees has come to quell the conflict or bring it to its inevitable conclusion. Let's see what this dude's all about. Opens his third eye and analyzes the enemy's strength and weaknesses. When activated, he gains additional physical damage lifesteal on each strike. He also applies a stacking debuff to enemy gods, reducing their damage dealt to all sources. Stacks up to 3 times. What are we getting, like only melee characters? Is that like the theme of the rotation right now? It could actually be that that's what it's meant to be. Stacking up to 3 times. He looks pretty cool. If the buff has ended, the ability is on cooldown. Successful basic attacks reduce the cooldown by 1 second. If the buff effect has ended and is on cooldown, basic attacks reduce the cooldown by 1 second. So what is the analyze the strength and weaknesses though? Like what does that exactly do on its own? Or is that just to imply, that's just like the flavor to imply what you're doing with the stacks, but it makes it sound almost like something else. Howling Celestial Dog. Each time he hits an enemy with a basic attack, his dog hits as well for 5% of his base. Oh, you're actually going to have that on the battlefield. Basic power and 2% of the target's max health. The percentage damage only works against gods and minions. Plus 5% of your basic attack power. Pin. Circle root damage. What was this considered? Buff damage. He launches a spear that damages enemies on impact. Enemies in dead center of the effect, when it lands, are rooted in place. Okay, that's going to be kind of a skill shot that I might not be the best at using, but it's very important. The pin, spot weakness, base passive damage, 72 transformations. Transforms into a mink or turtle and charges forward. Isn't that more like only 2 transformations instead of 72? Becoming immune to knockups and slows. Mink damages all enemies, stopping. What, do you not get to choose then? Like, it's just a random? Into mink or turtle. Damages all enemies, stopping on first god hit and increasing attack movement speed for a second. Turtle gains a health shield that boosts by 75% of your protections from items for 12 seconds. So either a mink or turtle, immune to knockouts and slow, damage all enemies, stopping on first god hit, increasing attack speed, movement speed, gains a health shield that's boosted 75% of protections from items like you're fine. And then Cone Taunt, a line buff damage. Taunts nearby gods, gaining damage mitigation for the next 4 seconds. Afterwards, if he's still alive and he is healed for a flat amount, 12% of maximum health. But like, what does taunt really matter in that case if 9 turns blessing? What is with these random numbers in the name of these abilities? Like, what do you mean taunt though? Like, it's not like a taunt in a fucking MMO where you're gonna force them to attack you, because unless they actually are bots, then maybe they'll fall for it. Let's maybe try one. What time is that? I'll try one game here just because that was kind of a, oh shit, but no. We would have to do the 5v5. I don't know if I'm ready for that shit. In fact, it'll probably take way too long. Forget it. But we'll play as him next time. Because yeah, we have to switch the game mode as well. Yeah, I should be a little more adventurous with trying to actually use the mechanic. I was just trying to be lazy. Like, don't try to hide from the fact of using the wall, because that's what that character was all about. Okay, see you tomorrow.